frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like boom, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Then we're going to 53. 40's the mic, 40's the mic. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, Prescott outright completes it to Jarwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, he's going to... Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Set, 280. 55. All right, here we go. Let's go. Omaha.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 8-yard.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Big 20. 50, 20.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's Austin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott now. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And spins away. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Now Elliott. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Prescott to throw it. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Go right in. Here we go. Go to 54. Right in. Go. Alert flare. Switch. 26.
Now Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Started the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Mike Daniels picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years, and I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Johnson. Get this inside the 30. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority, call with confidence, and let him know this one is the winner.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Forward in.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here comes Amendola. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing, Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time. Gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Everyone's got 4 down. We go 46.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Lions pick it up. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Stafford, rush coming, and he's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So we've reached, and okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
60. Check. Watch 54. You remember me? Omaha, ready, move.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Looking downfield for Joe. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
Set. Number 20. Oh, you got deep?
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll bring him back within a point. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good word.
Johnson on poke 3, football's out, and the Cowboys have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
First down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10 from the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Stafford completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead. Attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing his fails. The left side completion to Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now fails. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll find Jones again, complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Randy Gregory in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Check pass. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey. We're going to 53.
A first down carry by Elliott. And an alley to Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Marr on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Keep playing hard,
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go to Johnson again. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw here. And James has it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 38 line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Looking to throw. His throw incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
30 base. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
He'll drop to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, fails, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? Back to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
And they take a knee.